According to one of the year's most shocking disclosures, Bloomberg has verified that BlackRock, the biggest asset management company in the world with over $10 trillion, 0 cents in assets under management, is getting ready to buy a whopping 1 billion XRP coins. The financial community has been rocked by this move because BlackRock's investing techniques are frequently regarded as market indicators. The landscape of digital currency and asset management may change as a result of the purchase of so much XRP. This investment isn't simply another one. This is a huge change that might completely change the way institutional investors think about digital assets. The magnitude of this acquisition highlights how crucial cryptocurrencies are becoming to the global banking system. Yes, you heard correctly. The giant that helped introduce Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock, is now subtly turning its attention to XRP. This tactical change reflects a rising optimism about XRPs and its underlying technology's future. The financial community is keeping a careful eye on this decision, which could have far-reaching effects on investor mood and market dynamics. Choosing to purchase XRP is a vote of confidence in both the cryptocurrency and the larger blockchain technology that supports it. Other significant financial institutions might decide to follow suit as a result of this, possibly ushering in a new era of the adoption of digital assets. According to a screenshot of a leaked Bloomberg terminal that is currently making the rounds online, BlackRock has started pre-trade coordination with institutional custodians and OTC exchanges for a gradual accumulation of XRP. Even the most enthusiastic XRP bulls were taken aback by the report's initial fair value estimate of $200, 0 cents per coin. However, for those who have been closely following along, this shift has been in the works for some time. Furthermore, this goes beyond simply purchasing XRP to hold. The goal is to establish XRP as the foundational asset for upcoming XRP-based exchange-traded funds, ETFs, which may be introduced following regulatory clarification. It's no accident that this occurs following Ripple's historic court victory over the SEC, which removed the largest regulatory obstacle preventing XRP from succeeding. What is BlackRock's approach to XRP then? The firm intends to utilize XRP as collateral for tokenized ETFs that seek to offer safe exposure to digital cross-border payment solutions, in addition to using it as a speculative asset, according to people familiar with the situation. To put it in another way, BlackRock views XRP as infrastructure as well as a cryptocurrency. They're placing bets that XRP's liquidity usefulness and Ripple's technology will become essential components of institutional finance. Wall Street's perception of cryptocurrency assets would drastically change as a result. For background, do you recall what transpired after the approval of Bitcoin ETFs? As money flowed in from sovereign wealth funds, hedge funds, and pensions, Bitcoin skyrocketed. Imagine what would happen if those same institutions started investing in XRP, particularly because its price is still quite low in relation to its practical use. BlackRock is not taking a chance by purchasing 1 billion XRP. They are leading the way toward a future where XRP is essential to the emerging financial system. Let's do the math now. If a company like BlackRock hoards 1 billion of the approximately 55 billion XRP in circulation, that amounts to over 2% of the whole supply that is swallowed by a single institution. Additionally, a supply shock might occur if several businesses adopt the same strategy, as was the case with Bitcoin. The price of XRP may skyrocket if demand increases dramatically as a result of the collateralization of ETFs and the usefulness of CBDC bridges. XRP may potentially increase 10-fold, 20-fold, or more from its present levels, much like Bitcoin's ETF-driven surges. Although it may seem absurd right now, a $200, a 0 cent XRP is supported by actual math, a finite supply, and growing institutional demand. Despite its size, the market capitalization needed for a $200 0 cents XRP is not unthinkable, particularly if XRP is adopted by banks and governments around the world and gets ingrained in international remittance flows. Ripple's more than 300 collaborations, ISO 22022 compliance, and participation in central bank digital currency experiments have already set the foundation. The part the XRP community plays in this story is what gives it even more impact. The foundation of XRP's tenacity and expansion has been this committed community of investors and fans. Their dedication and enthusiasm have built a solid foundation that has supported XRP through many difficulties and storms over the years. The XRP army has been battling false information for years, steadfastly defending the cryptocurrency in online forums and on social media. They have worked tirelessly, making sure that false information is dispelled and that XRP's actual potential is brought to light. They have resisted SEC pressure by planning demonstrations and spreading the word about XRP's legal struggles. In addition to drawing attention to the current problems, their activity has brought the community together behind a single cause. Even when the mainstream media rejected XRP, their efforts kept it in the public eye and ensured that the cryptocurrency was still talked about and relevant. They have maintained the momentum by participating in discussions and debates consistently. To suggest that their combined voice compelled Wall Street to pay attention would be an understatement. The steadfast support of the XRP community has been crucial in advancing the discussion and ensuring that investors and financial analysts alike see XRP's potential. Their impact on actual financial conversations and decisions has gone beyond social media. Even the largest organizations were unable to resist the narrative that was created by trends on X, formerly Twitter, continuous coverage of Ripple's youthfulness, and steadfast support throughout the case. And companies like BlackRock are rushing to get in before the price blows up now that the SEC cloud has dissipated and regulatory clarity is beginning to emerge. Consider that organizations are keeping an eye on retail areas and taking appropriate action. That is decentralized momentum's power. In conclusion, BlackRock's historic decision to purchase 1 billion XRP, as revealed by Bloomberg, has the potential to completely change the cryptocurrency investing environment. This headline isn't your typical one. An important recommendation from one of the biggest asset managers in the world. This action has far-reaching ramifications and heralds a new era of legitimacy and acceptability for digital currencies in conventional banking. One of the most significant turning points in XRP's history might be this, maybe establishing a new benchmark for institutional participation in digital assets. There is a noticeable sense of enthusiasm among investors, and with good reason. This decision's repercussions might persuade other significant financial organizations to do the same, strengthening XRP's place in the market. It confirms what the community has been saying for years: XRP is a legitimate contender in the financial industry and not just a meme coin or a speculative investment. BlackRock's action is a strong confirmation of XRP's potential. The community's long-held conviction in XRP's worth and usefulness is now being acknowledged globally. XRP becoming more widely acknowledged as a key asset for the financial industry's future. The landscape is evolving quickly as more institutional money is coming in, legal clarity is expanding, and ETF speculation is increasing. The incorporation of XRP into conventional financial systems is becoming a reality rather than a pipe dream. The market has long needed stability and respectability, and the infusion of institutional capital is a game changer. These days, market data is being extensively examined by financial professionals, and the patterns are largely positive. This increased stability may open the door for more cutting-edge XRP-focused financial services and products. At $200, 0 cents, XRP might not be a pipe dream anymore. Rather, it could be the beginning of a far bigger financial revolution. The future of XRP and its community appears to be extremely bright. As we go, the XRP ecosystem appears to have limitless potential for expansion and innovation, bringing with it a new age in the field of digital finance. So consider this: will you position yourself before the tidal wave arrives, or will you wait until Wall Street controls the market? If you thought this information was helpful, please subscribe for more in-depth analyses of the most important cryptocurrency news before they happen. Leave your XRP price predictions in the comments below and press the like button.